You notice it most in the quiet, not the peaceful kind. The kind that hums at night when there's no one to text, no one expecting you, no one who would notice if tomorrow felt heavier than usual. You tell yourself you're fine, independent, low maintenance, self-contained. But here's the paradox. No one names. The part of you that learned to survive alone is now the part keeping you alone. Once, this distance kept you safe. It reduced disappointment. It muted rejection before it could land. Now it sits between you and the world like glass, transparent, invisible, unbreakable. You don't feel lonely in crowds. You feel lonely in moments that should feel shared. And that's where this psychology begins. People who have no friends are often misunderstood as socially awkward, introverted, or uninterested. That's rarely the truth. What you're seeing is a nervous system shaped by emotional unpredictability. Let's name the architecture underneath. Emotional neglect, schema. This forms when your emotions were tolerated but not met. You learned early that needing too much was inconvenient, so you minimized yourself. Needs went underground. Independence became identity. Avoidant attachment, not a fear of people, a fear of dependence. Your nervous system learned that closeness comes with cost. Distance feels safer than hope, hypervigilance. You read rooms instinctively. You track tone shifts. You sense when you're becoming too much. So you pull back before anyone else can. Over time, these patterns don't just affect relationships, they reshape identity. You become someone who doesn't expect rescue, doesn't ask, doesn't lean. Not because you don't want connection, but because your system was trained to survive without it. There is a grief here that doesn't announce itself. No breakup, no betrayal, no single moment. Just a slow erosion. You give up being seen, you give up being chosen, you give up the relief of being known without explanation. Carl Jung once wrote that the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. For people without friends, the terror is often the opposite, being accepted by someone else completely. Because acceptance implies exposure, and exposure once meant loss. So you choose competence over closeness, control over vulnerability, silence over disappointment. And the invisible grief becomes this. You are capable of deep connection, but you don't believe it would last. So even joy feels provisional. Even laughter feels borrowed. Even connection feels temporary. These patterns don't disappear with age. They evolve. You might feel drained after social interactions, not because you hate people, but because you're performing safety. Keep relationships surface level while craving depth. Excel professionally, but feel emotionally disconnected from success. Struggle to ask for help even when overwhelmed. Minimize your own emotional needs instinctively. Feel like you're always the observer, never the participant. Fear being a burden more than being alone. Lose touch with who you are when no one is watching. These are not personality traits. They are adaptations. The beginning of healing is not forcing connection. It's witnessing these patterns without shame, not asking, what's wrong with me? But asking, what protected me once? That question changes everything. Healing does not mean suddenly becoming social, extroverted, or surrounded by people. It means teaching your nervous system that closeness no longer equals danger. This happens through inner child reparenting, meeting the part of you that learned to self-abandon and offering consistency instead of criticism. Shadow work, acknowledging the resentment, grief, and longing you were never allowed to express. Nervous system regulation, practices that tell your body slowly and repeatedly that connection can be safe. And perhaps most importantly, choosing softness over survival mode. Letting one person see a little more than usual, letting yourself be imperfect without preemptive withdrawal. Letting connection be uncertain instead of avoided. Rainer Maria Rilke wrote, "Live your questions now, and perhaps you will live your way into the answer." You are not broken. You are not antisocial. You are not unlovable. You learn to survive without witnesses. Now you are learning how to live with them. The goal is not to be fixed. It is to become whole. If this spoke to something you've never had words for, share it with someone who might need it too. And if you want more work like this, subscribe.